giving you a unique concept. And the concept is your promise to your prarabdha. Each one of you have your past life karmas. And from the Navamsha, we can understand what is the promised asked by your Navamsha so that you can minimize your prarabdha and can at least take one step towards moksha. That is something which is seen. Otherwise, you see, Kali Yuga is all about Naam Japa. Kali Yuga Kevala Namadhara, which I keep on saying. I think last 2 years I've been saying these words, and I've been telling you that you do 16 rounds of your mantras. In this lecture, I will tell you how to judge your mother-in-law, right? Whether your mother-in-law will be good to you or bad to you. Sensitive topic, no? And to also check whether your father-in-law will be good to you or bad to you. To check whether your sister-in-law will be good to you or your brother-in-law will be good to you or bad to you through Navamsha. And will also check the yogas where your spouse can cheat you or not. So the cheating will also be seen and would be, how to analyze that. Whether you will cheat your spouse or the spouse will cheat you, or you both will cheat each other. So that will also be, given you. And, these yogas that I'm going to tell are one of the yogas. So there can be chances that there might be some other yogas also because Jyotish is a vast subject. There are thousands and thousands of yogas. Okay, so I mean, one yoga when I teach is a possibility, right? And it is circumstantial. Okay, when I say circumstantial, it means that it has the concept of the age of the sthana and of the circumstances. Okay, Desh Kal Patra. So you need to keep Desh Kal Patra always in your mind. All right. The lagna of the divisional chart is the desire of that divisional chart. Okay. Please understand my words and try to perceive what I am saying. Okay. I mean, when you perceive it in a different way, the meaning goes haywire. It just goes for a six. Now, when I say the lagna of the Navamsha is the desire of the Navamsha, what does that mean that is a desire of the Navamsha? Navamsha is not only marriage, okay? Navamsha is all about your prarabdha, it's all about your work, it's all about the way you experience life from inside. You know, I would give you one beautiful word about Navamsha. Navamsha is your Sukshma Lagna. Navamsha is your Sukshma Lagna. What is Suksham? You must have read this thing in your Shiv Mahapuran, the Sukshma Panchakshari. A small word, one single entity that has the entire Brahmanda. That is Sukshma. Your Atma, your Sharira, your thought can also be Sukshma. So your entire world is in the Navamsha. You are not supposed to analyze a chart or give a statement without looking at Navamsha. And when I say, when you look at the Lagna of Navamsha, it is desire towards everything. Okay? So desire towards marriage, desire towards working, desire towards experiencing life, desire towards spouse. That is what the Lagna of the Navamsha represents. First house of the divisional chart is desire of that divisional chart. Full stop. Lagna, Lord, is the way you will fulfill that desire. It is the way. So suppose you are very much desirable to get married. The Lagna has Jupiter in the Navamsha. But the Lagna Lord, is maybe Mars afflicted with Rahu or maybe afflicted with Ketu or with Shani. So means the desire is very positive to get married. But the way you are going to fulfill that desire is going to be very, very ugly. What does that mean? There are many girls who want to get married in their life. They dream of an ideal husband, but just because of their nature and temperament, after the marriage, they start misbehaving with the spouse. Or during the marriage, suppose the marriage is fixed and there is 3 months of courtship period. In those 3 months of courtship period, their behavior will be very, very aggressive and trying to dominate and trying to create nonsense. Maybe a girl, maybe a boy. So the way you are taking your marriage ahead, okay, the way you try to choose your spouse, that can be very, very dirty or very, very delayed. So when I see Jupiter or good planet Venus in the Lagna, I would say, oh, very good, you have good desire internally. But what about your behavior? I mean, desire is one thing, but your behavior towards the society, and you are in the clutches of your own anger. You are in the clutches of your own habits of domination, of trying to, lead things, without capability. That is where the problem is. That is where the word, when you use attitude, it's not about attitude. It's about your character and behavior. Some people, they have very strong desire to get married, but they have absolutely strange nature. That is where the problem is. That is when you see how is the Lagna Lord placed. Some people would start fighting before marriage, even though they have a very strong desire. I have seen many divorce cases where this girl comes to me, what, Guruji, everything was okay, my husband is okay, but I think there are some my mistakes also, some his mistakes also. Is there a way, I can revive this relation? And when I look at their chart, I look at the Navamsha, I look at their, condition of the Lagna Lord, I say that, you have ruined your life yourself. अपने पाँव पे खुद कुल्हाड़ी मारना. And that happens when the seventh lord is afflicted. Okay, not the Lagna Lord, because they destroyed their own marriage. So the Lagna Lord takes the energy. So marriage started at a very positive note. There is Venus in the seventh house, no affliction, nothing. But the Lagna Lord is badly afflicted. What does that mean? What does that mean? Means the marriage initially was very good, the match is very good, the spouse is very good. It is you who have ruined your marriage. Just because of temperament, nature, behavior issues, the way you have been groomed. If you are groomed in a family where everyone is shouting and eating all the time, you will bring that thing in this particular home and you will not be accepted. That's where the problem is. That's where the marriages are going for a 6. So when you look at divisional chart, ladies and gentlemen, there are 4 principles. Look at the condition of the first house of the D9. That shows you have a desire. If there are malefics in the Lagna, then you don't have desire to get married at a certain age. For an example, if there's Saturn, you have to have no desire until 36. After 36, you are crying to get married. Where the Lagna is very, very good. There is Venus in the Lagna. But on the same time, the Lagna Lord Saturn is with Rahu. So that means you're delaying. And then you want to get married. Now, in the 7th house, there are again malefics. That means she may not be satisfied. It's a bad circumstances when she's getting married. But the Lagna Lord, the Lord of the 7th house is well placed. It has no affliction. Means somehow she'll be able to carry on with the marriage with dissatisfaction, not with satisfaction. She will not get divorced, but because 7th house Bhavavastha is not good, she may not have a very pleasant married life, but no divorce. But suppose the 7th house is, the Avastha is very, very bad. You have Saturn Ketu in the 7th house, or you have Saturn Rahu in the 7th house. and the Lord Mars is also afflicted. You see, the 7th Lord Mars is also very, very afflicted. So that means the marriage is ugly, the married life is ugly, and you are not able to manage it. It can 100% lead to divorce or a separation. So you have to understand these basic concepts. I will repeat these concepts again so that there is no confusion. The first house of Navamsha is desire of the Navamsha. And the Lord, the Lagna Lord of the Navamsha is the way you will fulfill that desire. So suppose Lagna is having only malefics connection, then you have either no desire or the desire would be active very, very late in life. 32, 33, 34, now you realize that you want to get married. If you have more benefics in the Lagna Lord, you have desire to get married. If you have more benefics, 2 or 3 planets, one is malefic, 2 are benefics, then you have desire. That's fine. Maybe early you were not having, but now you can be little choosy. Lagna Lord is the way you will fulfill that desire. If Lagna is malefic, but Lagna Lord has association with benefics only, no desires, but the Lagna Lord has connection with benefics, you will have no problems in marrying or not marrying. You see, understand my statement. Lagna is malefic. Okay, but Lagna Lord has association with benefics. Okay, so then what? What did I say? There can be no desire because Lagna is malefic. But even if you get married or no marriage, still things will be fine. Why? Because the Lagna Lord has associations with benefics. So nobody is going to come and tell you that, oh, why you are not getting married? You know, it's a family pressure, nothing happening. So what is more important? The Lagna Lord is more important of a divisional chart rather than the Lagna. Eventually, the Lagna Lord will settle you down happily. The Lagna Lord should not be afflicted. If the Lagna Lord is afflicted, the way you will carry your desire or no desire will be difficult. Many people I see who have no desire to get married, but they get married very easily. They easily got married. उनकी शादी का मन नहीं था, but circumstances बने और बड़ा अच्छा लड़का मिला और शादी हो गई. वो किसका कमाल है? लगन लॉर्ड का कमाल है. You have to understand these concepts. Lagna Lord malefic, have malefic associations. Lagna Bhavavastha malefics, no desire plus family pressure and not able to find a suitable match. सारा कुछ इकट्ठा हो गया. I'm talking about Navamsha, okay? I'm talking about Navamsha. This is your Sukshma Lagna. If there are malefics and benefics both in the Lagna, then you have to check which is stronger. Is the malefic stronger or the benefic stronger? Who wins? The quality of the marriage is seen from the 7th house, 7th Lord. The 7th Lord will tell you how will you maintain your marriage. Please note down this line. The 7th Lord will tell you how you will maintain your married life. If the 7th Lord is well placed in Kendra or Trikona, having benefics, you will be able to maintain your married life well, despite of all the problems and negativity in your horoscope. Suppose 7th house have all the benefits of the world. We have Venus and we have Mercury and we have Moon in the 7th house. Very good benefits. Very friendly husband, Mercury deta hai. Very romantic husband, Shukra deta hai. Chandrama, very lusty and romantic nature to you, Chandra is giving in the 7th house. All good combinations. But the Lord of the 7th house has malefic influence. You will not be able to maintain that good marriage. Marriage was good. husband was good, wife was good, but you were not able to carry forward that energy. The carrying of that energy got afflicted. You will encounter many couples who said that we began very well, but now I don't know what happened to him or what happened to her, that we are separating after 10 years, 12 years, 15 years of marriage. It is when a bad dasha will come. It is when a bad transit will come. Having Rahu over 7th house, 4th house, Ketu over 7th house, 4th house, Saturn over 4th house, 7th house, all those planets who bring sorrows. Saturn is an early bird. It's a planet that give you sorrows immediately. Rahu and Ketu, they will give you sorrows eventually. They will not give you right away. Right away, sorrow giving planets are Sun and Saturn, Surya and Shani. They will punish you right away. That's how you should do a counseling. That's how. So if you have 7th house afflicted in your Lagna Kundli and the 7th Lord is afflicted of the Lagna Kundli, means the circumstances of your marriage are not good. But would you be able to save that marriage? Look in the Navamsha. Lagna Lord weak in the Lagna Kundli. D1 mein Lagna Lord weak hai. Means you have very average desires to get married. You're not very strong. But you want to check the real desire of that person? Go to the Navamsha. The Navamsha will tell you that one spark from a teacher, from a guru, from a mother, from a father, it will just burn the fire and you will immediately get married. Such people need some support and guidance and they get married. So when you are not able to connect with the chart, जब एक चार्ट खोलते ही आपको कुछ समझ में नहीं आता ना, just consider Navamsha as the only chart that you want to see. You will be able to connect to that chart. There are many charts. When you open a Lagna Kundli, you're not able to connect. Many charts. This is the experience of many astrologers, my many fellow colleagues. They just said, Navneet, at times you look at a chart, we don't connect to that chart. समझ नहीं आता क्या बोले. It says go to D9. You will speak like a parrot. Now I am going to give you some Raj Jyotish tips and pointers